Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and hope you guys are having a great day. So basically for today we discussed last time that we'll be working on delegates and that is what we're gonna do today. So last time we worked till data source. So basically if you remember, data source is all about adding data to a cell. But this time we are going to work on delegates, which will basically add actions to cell. Alright, so let's get started. Quickly, let me just pause that, and after that let me go to main storyboard. Let me clear this up. Add in view controller. So why are we adding view controller? Because we want to see a detailed view when the cell is clicked, just like how gallery looks like. Okay, so in order to make that happen, that when the cell is clicked and the consequent page that pops up should be this view controller. So we need to add a segue for that. In order to do that, we need to just do show, and that's it. So basically how I did that is I've explained before as well. You need to press control and just drag from here and drop it in here. Alright, so we quickly need to add in a data, add in an identifier. So I have already an identifier here, that is detail view segue. Okay, so you can enter that and that's it. Now this view controller needs a class. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to right click this and we're going to go to new file, Cocoa touch class, and we're going to add in detail view controller. Add in wherever you're comfortable with, and that's it. Okay, just clear this up and that should be okay. Now obviously when this is clicked, it should lead to a page where image is shown, right? So we need to add an image as well. Just quickly type in image and it should appear. Just adjust it accordingly and pin it to all 0. Oh, it went -5, so 0. And it's looking great, but we need to make use of this as well. Let me close that. So what we are going to do, oh yeah, I did not assign it yet. So basically this view controller should be having the class of detail view controller, so we need to assign that detail view controller. Press enter and it shows up. Okay, so next we need to touch that or click on that and press control and drag it from there to here. Alright, now add an image view as its name. You can add in whatever you want and click connect. Okay, that's it, I think. So let's quickly close that. I think everything looks fine, so we can go to the view controller directly. So go to view controller, and we did add in UI collection delegate. So you need to add in UI collection delegate. I've shown you in the last lecture as to why we need to add in that. So basically it's just to use the delegate methods. And also for this view controller I have added delegates here. Okay, so even if you don't, even if you have not added, don't worry, just click on this view controller or just tap on this and go to the connections inspector and go down to the delegates and just drag from here and just drop it there. Okay, I've already done it, so I'm not going to do that again, and that's it. Alright, now you can go back to view controller. Since we have imported the class. Now we can use its method, or the method. Alright, so collection did select. Oh yeah, here it is. Right, so this method is called whenever the cell is clicked on, okay, or pressed on or touched on, whatever action. So once it is selected, all we need to do is take them to the detail view controller. So we can do that by writing perform segue, and if you remember the string we added in to be detail view segue. So we named the segue to be detail view segue, and center for now, we'll just keep it now. Now obviously we need to pass the image from the view controller to the detail view controller so that the detail view controller would show the view controller's selected cell. Okay, so in order to do that, we need to use the function, we need to use the function prepare for segue. Yeah, there it is. Now once that is done, we need to actually check, because it's a good practice to check the segue identifier before actually performing anything, because if you have more than one segue, you might end up mixing all of them. So just to be on the safe side, just to teach you how to do things properly. Alright, so yeah, that's it. You just need to check this, and after that, once it is like found that okay, yeah, this is the particular segue that we are talking about, then we can pass the data. Now if you can see here, there's no way of understanding actually as to which row is selected or which cell is selected. So we need to pass you know um, a kind of like a variable that will store the selected cell. If, maybe for example we can just keep in the row, that will make things easy. Okay, so let's see. We'll keep it fair because the variable might keep on changing. Actually, it will keep on changing because the cells are more than one, so it will keep on changing. So it's better to keep it fair and selected row, or selected cell to be precise. Okay, and we'll keep this to be end, and by default we'll place it to be 0. Okay, uh, right, now we are going to put selected cell to be equal to index part dot row. Okay, and we're going to save it in the selected cell, and once that is saved, we can now pass it to the detail view controller. So in order to use the detail view controller, I think we have done this before, so let vc equal to segue dot destination. Okay, and we are going to keep it as detail view controller. I think I need to, yeah, and once that is done, now we need to use the image view and we need to assign an image to it. So how are we going to assign? We're going to use pictures array and the row that we just saved, that is using selected cell. Okay, now let's see how things are working. Okay, if you click on it, first thing that happens is a crash. So I'll tell you why, because what happens is this: sometimes image view, okay, does not assign, or image view does not take in the image from other view controller because it has some optional problem, and it happens sometimes, not always. I don't know, like in my last tutorial it happened and this time it didn't. So in order to be on the safe side, what I would always do is that I would go to the detail view controller, okay, and after that here I initialize another variable where image UI image, okay, and once that is assigned from the view controller, I assign that image to the image view. Dot image equal to image. Okay, now once that is done, we can go back and we can assign the image here. So instead of image view, it will be just image. Oh, okay. I hope that's gonna work. Let's see. So click on it. Yeah, it works, but there's no way of going back. So we need to add in a back button. In order to do that, you can just go to the main storyboard, go down to this attributes object library, and after that add in button. Yeah, so just drag and drop and put it in one corner, and don't forget to pin it or else it will keep on moving around. And after that we'll put in a name, maybe back. Alright, I think it looks good. Maybe instead of blue I'll choose black. Right, now it looks better. So obviously we have put in a button, but we need to put in the functionality of it. So we are going to drag and drop here, and we are going to add in action and maybe tapped on back and UI button and connect. So once that is done, we are going to um, dismiss the current view controller. That is all that we need to do using the back button, and we'll keep this unneeded to be true in case we have any animations later on, and we'll keep it to be no. So now let's check if everything is working fine. So when we press on it, we have the back button working, but there's this weird texture that is looking funny. So we're going to change this. I think most probably it is in scale mode. So we are going to keep it in aspect fit. Let me close this. Click on it, and yeah, scale to fit. Scale to fill, and we'll make it to be aspect fit. I think that would make things much more sensible. Okay, if we press, yeah, so this is how things are looking now, and you can, put in a mobile image or anything like that. So basically all these are landscape image, that's why it's looking like this. Accordingly you can change the image. So this is it. I hope you guys understood whatever I've done till now. So if you have any questions, you can always comment down below, and I'll always be ready to respond. If you have any doubts, any queries, or any suggestions as well, you can always comment down below. Also, I hope you like this video, and just keep on learning, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.